Hello, my friends. Welcome back to round 4. This is going to be between FrostyTeeth as Coalition and Tarnarmour as Random as usual. And this is one of those matches where whoever wins this one is going to proceed and whoever doesn't is not going to. It's essentially an elimination round here. Because FrostyTeeth and Tarnarmour both lost rounds 1 and 2. Is that correct? I think. But FrostyTeeth had a bye for round 3, so he won that one. Tarnarmour won that one as well. So I think whoever wins this one is going to proceed. I think. I'm not sure. It may be actually that neither of them are going to proceed because FrostyTeeth's win was against a bye and Tarnarmour is quite high seed since he was... No, actually, no, he's actually a pretty low seed. So maybe FrostyTeeth would progress if he wins this one, but I don't think Tarnarmour progresses if he wins. I'm not really sure actually anymore. I'd have to look back at it again to find out, but also look how much dust is on this carrier here. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, this is why, by the way, when you get a car, you should never paint it black because you see every little tiny smudge of dirt that's on that thing. Anyway, so yeah, FrostyTeeth, I believe this is how it is actually. FrostyTeeth playing for his tournament life here. Tarnarmour just playing for fame and glory, but he can't progress either way. I think that's the case. Must be a little bit demoralizing here, but we'll see what happens. Tarnarmour going for a couple of early LAVs, probably just for scouting. He's made 2 salvagers, making a 3rd over here. FrostyTeeth going for like a tech rush here, an AAV rush. I think he put one on... Yeah, okay, so we can actually tell that he did because of the position of these salvagers right here. They wouldn't be in that order if all 4 of them had spawned and then gone to the CUs. So he put 1 on RUs at first, and 3 on CUs. But yeah, so he's tech rushing into AAVs right there. Tarnarmour, meanwhile, also getting AAVs now. But he probably is going to go for production cruiser first, based on the build order. Suppose we'll have to see. He can definitely trap this probe though. One of the LAVs should run over here probably. Oh, it's going to be close, but I don't think he'll get it. No. Maybe even if he had run here, he wouldn't have gotten it though. So it's always fun trying to chase probes. You know, they're faster than you, but sometimes you can kind of outsmart them and box them in. Yeah, okay, so it is going to be an early support cruiser from Tarnarmour. Meanwhile, FrostyTeeth going with the early AAVs. So he's going to want to get some damage done in the early game. Tarnarmour is going to want to just sit tight, not take any damage. And that would put him ahead. FrostyTeeth would be ahead if he's able to get some salvager pickups here. FrostyTeeth also probably going to want to get another support cruiser pretty much as fast as he can. He may be saving up for it right now. Yeah, he's got the resources, so... He can either go for like another AAV or he can go for a support cruiser himself right now. He can't go for nothing, I don't think. Build up is continuing to, you know, build up. Okay, he just built. Oh, he's getting fighter and gunship. Oh, okay. I don't know. This looks a little odd from FrostyTeeth here. I don't really like this particularly much. And he's not really being very active with these AAVs either, so I think Tarnarmour is going to get away basically with some free eco here. He saw with his probe that those AAVs were out there. He did not exactly see where, though. He probably thinks that they're like here and here by now. But, you know, his probe is showing that he's not right there. He hasn't seen the other one just yet with the LAVs. He's probably a little bit confused, like, they are coming, right? But they haven't come just yet. Railgun fabrication on the way for Tarnarmour. It's an excellent choice if you want to hold off an AAV push here. He's going to make a couple of AAVs of his own, which is also good. He gets an artifact. Doesn't really matter because he's so blonde, but he can power up the ALMs a little bit, I suppose. Poor Soban, man, but he's going to see with his probe. Yeah, there's the AAV. It has not pushed out at all, so he's probably a little confused about that, but doesn't really matter too much for him, so this is going to be a very nice opener. Meanwhile, FrostyTeeth getting fighter and gunship fabrication, so he's going to move into an air transition. It's not really anything too hard to hit right here just now, but if he makes 5 or 6 before showing them, he could potentially take out a support cruiser. That would be a nice catch. But Tarnarmour getting missile battery fabrication, it's almost like he sensed it. Perhaps he saw it with his probe there. I didn't actually check to see if he'd flown over the carrier. He may have seen the crosshairs there. That's how you know that there's fighter and gunship done. But maybe he just is so paranoid because he's been air transitioned so many times and he doesn't want that again. Maybe he's just trying to be safe. But either way, pretty much perfect timing on him. And it looks like he's going to go for like the full armor chassis build. Something we don't usually see from Coalition, although we see it from Galzian pretty infrequently as well. But by that, of course, what I mean is missile battery, railgun, assault, AAV. And you should note that all three of those units benefit from the same heavy vehicles armor tech. So that's actually very nice for Coalition. Getting another sport cruiser, can advance to a third base here. This one will be contested by this turret, which I believe is in range, but I'm not actually sure. But it probably is. Probe gets taken down there. It's a nice pickup. His probe getting some scouting for the to pick off the AAV there. It's an excellent move right there. The AAV is going to find some cover. Meanwhile, he's going for a bit of a backstab of his own, but more importantly, he's going to see, hey, look at that. He's not even on 2 bases yet. So Tarnarmour probably feeling pretty good about this one. Missile batteries, are they out just yet? No missile batteries just yet. He may have just gotten the tech with the idea like, well, I can get missile batteries then once my opponent reveals his air tech, which is also not a bad move. There are now 6 strike fighters, either in the hangar or about to be in the hangar. You see that red yellow bar right there. Is Tarnarmour going to pick up a logistics module? Oh, very close, but not quite. Okay, they're just now finally launching here, but there are missile batteries on the way, and one of them's going to be finished by the time they reach. Tarnarmour has timed this perfectly here. I think that going for 6, that would indicate that FrostyTeeth is planning on like a support cruiser snipe or something like that. Let's see if he gets it. The missile battery, of course, is over here. Support cruiser's over there. Probably wants to back immediately. That's what he's going to do. Missile battery is on the way. Fires a shot there. Hits 1. Hits 2. Hits 3. That's for a kill. Oh, actually a kill on that one over there. So it looks like the support cruiser is going to go down anyway. Oh, tell me it's going to go down. What? Doesn't even lose the support cruiser. And Tarnarmour's got to be in the clouds now, and he's played this perfectly so far. Meanwhile, FrostyTeeth probably a little bit frustrated right there. Still on 1 base, lost 4 strike fighters and got literally nothing in return. Tarnarmour probably just going to sit here until this thing is healed again. He doesn't want to risk losing it to anything. I don't think he saw this turret here, but that could still snipe the support cruiser if he's unlucky. But yeah, this is like literally perfect right here. And the army for FrostyTeeth is 1 AAV right now. He doesn't even have any other tech other than, you know, air units, and that's obviously not going to work out too well for him. His base runner is still here and can do some kind of annoying stuff with turrets, I guess, but other than that, I really don't see what he's got going for him. He's now on 2 bases, to be fair. Tarnarmour just now moving on to his 3rd at the moment. This is pretty interesting. He's moving the damaged support cruiser onto the back line there, just that it's not in danger of being hit by strike fighters. Actually, I think I would have kept it right there if I were him, but that will do. So even if this turret is in range, which I'm actually starting to wonder if it is, it's not going to get hit. Or, sorry, it's not going to get any kills here. Tarnarmour would be able to back away very quickly. And his army is beginning to move in here. He's seen that base runner, so he's going to deny this artifact extraction. Even the Soban carrier can weed out turrets, by the way, that should be noted. Support cruiser anti-air on the way. That's going to protect this support cruiser from another air poke. And actually, you know what, there may be some wisdom in here, because his opponent is going to think that the support cruiser, it was going to here when he attacked it, maybe it moved back to there. Maybe if he still wants to get that kill on it, he's going to move either there or there to try to find the kill. Actually, it's here. So maybe there is some kind of deeper mind gaming going on over there. And now it's going to be battle cruiser fabrication from FrostyTeeth, you madman. But I don't think he's going to... I mean, like, the time that it takes to get battle cruiser fabrication is going to allow Tarnarmour to do so much with this army of his. And this time he is actually mining on this 3rd base here. And he is actually mining with all 6 salvagers. Look at that. Oh wait, no, there you go. There is 1 salvager doing nothing, so... Wouldn't be Tarnarmour if it weren't for that. I'm sorry, but it's true. But yeah, he's other than this guy right here, of course, he's played this game, you know, literally perfectly. So he's gonna be rather pleased with this one. I think that I think it could not really have gone any better for him. He sees the turret here. He could kill this with a missile batter if he wants to, and that would be like the ultimate insult, if you know what I mean. Support crews are going to go down to these AAVs right here, and Shrike can't even really scramble the jets because there are 2 missile batteries here. Missile batteries are ridiculously slow though, mind you, so that is a bit of a drag. But yeah, you know, railguns, AAVs, missile batteries all up in the hood doing their damage. I mean, these guys aren't actually doing their damage, but you know, they're holding off the air units, of course. LAVs even got past the carrier, but there's an AAV here, so they're going to get shut down, but... And FrostyTeeth is moving out. He's going to try to do a BC drop. I love it. But I don't think it's going to work. Heavy armor, heavy vehicles, armor 3. Gosh. Coming out from Tarnarmour here, so he is fully upgraded now. And he is going to see this attack coming from miles away. That's not really going to be an issue for him. He's totally held his opponent off of eco. FrostyTeeth is making a battlecruiser, I believe. Probably will not have the resources to make another one at this rate, because I think he's going to get held off of here as well, so no more RUs for him. And now the Soban carrier is pretty trash, so there is, you know, potential that this battlecruiser could do something good here, but all Tarnarmour has to do is just make a whole bunch of railguns. And seeing the carrier moving out this far, he's going to be doing that even before he knows that there are battlecruisers on the way. It's about halfway done now, that battlecruiser. Eco is gone. Tarnarmour can move over to the other side and start taking his opponent's bases now if he wants to go for like the humiliation route. But yeah, he can be a nomad. That's fine for him. He just has to move out this way. His army is way bigger. He will be completely fine here. Logistics modules not even really going to be killed. Maybe these ones will be, but this one stays alive. There's the battlecruiser. We see it now, but this thing is slower than a carrier. It's actually faster than Conf carriers. Do you know that? Conf carriers are like... they're not the best unit. The cruise missile ability is amazing, but then the carrier itself is quite bad. And that's kind of the same for Soban, isn't it? Like, the ALMs are really good, but the carrier's really bad, but the ALMs are not that good, so that's why we all hate Soban so much as far as, like, their carrier is concerned. But the Conf carrier is actually, like... Conf are fine because their carrier's cruise missile ability is, like, insanely good. But it is still, like, a really easy to kill carrier, so you gotta be careful if you're using that one. Missile batteries and such getting killed there for Tarnarmour, but he's not really going to mind too much. All he needs is railguns here. And you know what? FrostyTeeth could, like, remake his bit. No, he doesn't even have enough CUs for salvagers. RIP. He may well be supply blocked too, you know. Yeah, Tarnarmour taking out these battlecruisers. There's not going to be another one for FrostyTeeth. There just can't be. He doesn't have the money for it. He could actually use the strike fighters against these right here. Oh, and he's... no, he can't. There's a missile battery. But he's going to launch them, I noticed. They're going to fly over here and just get instantly killed. Look how much AA there is right here. There goes one of them. And they're going to be like, I didn't sign up for this. You'd be like, what did you sign up for then? You're a strike fighter. It's your job is to get killed by AA. Actually finds that railgun with this battlecruiser. Railguns on their own, they don't have very good line of sight, so it's actually pretty easy to find your opponent with them. They're really playing Ring Around the Rosie now. This battlecruiser is going to catch up with the army, but it must go down, I'm sure of it. Yep, railguns are going to take it out here. Tarnarmour played that a little bit close, actually, but it's going to be okay. And at this point, all he's got to worry about is the carrier. And the game had a synchronization error, apparently. So that's kind of interesting, but it's not going to matter. We know that Tarnarmour was ahead there. I'm just looking at the economy tab here. Wow. Not as bad as the one between Majir and Rompafrolic, but still, I mean, you can see that Tarnarmour was clearly in a winning position right there. All he had to do was just not lose his carrier. He had a bunch of railguns. His opponent literally could not produce anything. So, not surprising to me at all that Tarnarmour is going to win that one. And so FrostyTeeth will be eliminated, but so will Tarnarmour. Neither of them will take place in the elimination bracket. So Tarnarmour gets to say, haha, I did not get one win, I got two, take that. And FrostyTeeth can be like, well, dang. That's just how it goes, you know? Anyhow, it was a fun match, and we'll move on to the next one from this elimination round.